Remember those cozy afternoons watching cartoons that felt like your safe space? Turns out behind the colorful animation and catchy theme songs lurked secrets that were anything but innocent. From dark symbolism and disturbing creator backstories to shocking real-life tragedies, these shows might just change the way you see your childhood forever. 25. Thomas the Tank Engine, The Island of Obedience. Thomas and Friends? More like Orwell's dystopia for toddlers. Behind the smiling trains is a chilling system where obedience is absolute and punishment is brutal. Henry was literally bricked into a tunnel, not for endangering anyone, just for refusing rain. As a kid, I found it dramatic. As an adult, it felt like psychological warfare disguised as life lessons. 24. The Smurfs, Red Flags and Blue Paint. Under Papa Smurf's cheerful rule lies a theory. The Smurfs reflect communist ideals. No money, no hierarchy beyond Papa, and the capitalist villain Gargamel? It's not subtle once you spot it. I thought it was a stretch, until I noticed how Gargamel is the only one chasing profit while everyone else chants unity. 23. Curious. George, a monkey born from war. Hans and Margaret Ray, Jewish creators of Curious George, escaped the Nazis on bicycles, manuscript in hand. What became a whimsical monkey tale started as a literal fight for survival. Knowing this added a haunting beauty to George's mischief. It was their way of preserving joy during humanity's darkest hour. 22. Scooby-Doo's origin. Born from tragedy. After Robert F. Kennedy's assassination, networks ditched violent kids' shows. Scooby-Doo was the safer replacement. No weapons, just masks and mystery. A product of censorship rooted in national trauma. I always saw Scooby as silly fun. Now I see him as a symbol of an entire culture shift. 21. Rocko's Modern Life, a cartoon for adults. This Nickelodeon classic featured a phone sex job, jokes about milking, and restaurants named Choky Chicken. And it aired for kids. I rewatched one episode for nostalgia and couldn't believe what flew under the radar. 20. Recess, Stereotypes in the Sandbox. Each character represented a type. The nerd, the jock, the tomboy. It wasn't just cartoon convenience, it was social boxing, teaching kids they had to be someone specific to fit in. Growing up, I saw myself in Spinelli, until I realized that's the only box I was allowed to fit. 19. Mr. Rogers, the Sniper Myth. An urban legend claimed Fred Rogers was a deadly military sniper, hiding tattoos under sweaters. Completely false. He was a gentle soul and ordained minister. But it showed how eager we are to inject violence into innocence. Why couldn't we just let Mr. Rogers be kind? 18. Flintstones. Vitamins, candy, or chemical cocktail. Originally loaded with banned dyes and additives, the first Flintstones vitamins were less healthy treat and more chemical experiment. I took these as a kid, and now I'm questioning what was really inside that Barney chewable. 17. Teletubbies. Taller than you thought Poe was 6 feet tall. Tinky Winky? Over 10 feet. The set was built on a secret field, later flooded to stop fans from trespassing. But the creepiest part? The actress who played Lala received disturbing letters from adult men. Some detailing fantasies involving tubby custard. Chilling. 16. Lassie's off-screen restrictions. Lassie was male, never allowed to bark in public, lie down, or eat on camera. All to maintain her perfect image. We demanded unrealistic purity from a dog, reinforcing how badly we confuse image with character. 15. Bob Ross. Lawsuits and loss. Behind happy little trees was grief, cancer, and betrayal. Bob Ross lost his wife, then his health, and finally control of his brand to his business partners. His soft voice masked the storm behind the canvas. And it broke my heart when I found out. 14. Elmo's Puppeteer, A Dark Exit. Kevin Clash voiced Elmo for 30 years, until allegations of inappropriate relationships surfaced. Though most were dismissed, Clash resigned, casting a shadow over a childhood icon. Elmo's voice changed. And so did the way I looked at Sesame Street. 13. The Powerpuff Girls. Original title? Whoopasses-Doo. Originally titled Whoop-Ass-Stew, the girls got their powers from a chemical called Whoop-Ass. Cartoon Network rebranded it for kids. This is proof that even the most adorable shows can start with wild, chaotic origins. 12. Barney, Love, and Hate. Barney inspired fan clubs and hate groups. Adults burned plush toys, and one voice actor received death threats. The actor in the suit, David Joyner, later became a tantric healer. I always thought Barney was annoying, but the hate he got? 11. Dora the Explorer. A medical theory? A fan theory suggests Dora has hydrocephalus and Down syndrome. Her loud voice and large head used as clues. It's unconfirmed, but it raises uncomfortable questions about how disabilities are depicted. 10. Fresh Prince feud, Aunt Viv's exit. Janet Hubert, original Aunt Viv, was fired after conflict with Will Smith. She said the experience shattered her career and mental health. The 2020 reunion gave closure. 9. Alfonso Ribeiro, fame's hidden toll. Before Carlton, Alfonso was a child star. He danced with Michael Jackson and faced early fame's pressure, later confessing to anxiety and typecasting trauma. I saw him as goofy, but the truth behind his smile was heavier than I ever imagined. 8. Popeye spinach propaganda. Popeye's spinach obsession wasn't just a gag. It was funded by the spinach industry during the Great Depression. They inflated research on iron to boost sales. I ate spinach thinking I'd get jacked. Turns out I got scammed by marketing genius. 7. Captain Planet. Way too real. Beyond eco lessons, the show tackled drugs, HIV, racism, and mind pollution. All in a kids' show. Rewatching it as an adult, I realized Captain Planet wasn't cheesy. He was prophetic. 6. The Power Rangers curse. From Trini's fatal crash to the Red Ranger's manslaughter case, this franchise has seen eerie misfortune among its cast. It's hard not to believe in a curse when tragedy keeps returning to the same team. 5. Rugrats. Anti-Semitic caricature? Grandpa Boris's synagogue scene sparked backlash. Critics said he resembled harmful Jewish stereotypes used in Nazi propaganda. It shocked me how subtle bias can hide in plain sight. 4. Hey Arnold's Helga. Alcoholic mom. Helga's mom was always out of it, sipping smoothies. Fans decoded it fast. She was hiding alcoholism and possibly a DUI past. This one hit close. I knew kids with parents like that. Seeing it on TV made me realize we were never alone, just unheard. 3. Peanuts' mental health in plain sight. Charlie Brown's endless self-doubt. Experts say it mirrors avoidant personality disorder. Linus clutches a blanket. Lucy's a bully. It's all rooted in real psychological struggles. Charles Schultz said these characters were parts of himself, and suddenly the strip felt more like a diary than a cartoon. 2. Fairly Odd Parents. Escapism. Disguised as Fun Timmy's godparents weren't just magical, they were coping mechanisms. His parents ignored him. His wishes were his escape. It made me realize behind every funny wish was a cry from a kid desperate to be seen. Number 1. The Amanda Show, the dark legacy of Nickelodeon. The quirky skits we loved? They were made under the watch of Dan Schneider, later accused of abusive behavior. Amanda Bynes' breakdown wasn't random. It was rooted in real trauma. Add a convicted sex offender who had access to the sets? Unforgivable. It wasn't just Amanda. It was an entire generation of child stars failed by the system meant to protect them. So, how many of these did you know? Childhood shows might have shaped us, but their shadows linger longer than we realized. If this video left you shocked, drop a comment, like, and share it with someone who used to love cartoons as much as you. Till next time, stay curious and question everything you thought was safe.